I'm here today with my friend Kathy, and I taught you how to meditate probably 5 years ago.
Yes,
I think we figured out
yes.
in 2012.
Yes.
And Kathy, there's a little insight timer that I teach people to use. That's a little timer for your iPhone. I think they have other apps too, or other phones you can use it on. And it has a little bell, and you can set it to whatever time you like. And you've got 96%. You've been meditating at least once a day for 5 years.
For 5 years.
And what's magical about that is, tell me about your life.
So Corinne told me that I needed to meditate. And I said, I know, but there's really no time. When would I fit that in? When would I fit that in? With work, with the kids, with everything. And so finally she said, I'm having a class, you have to come. I said, okay, I'm coming. Because you had written the article on the newsletter, and the newsletter talked about how if you don't take care of yourself, then how can you take care of anybody else? So you know, with your kids and the family and all the other commitments and the team at work, how do you nurture and care for everyone when you can't care for yourself?
And and the oxygen mask, right? That's what really hit you is when you're going in a plane, that's the first thing they say. You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first. So that's what that's what you always think.
So I think about it, and I think about, okay, if I don't help myself and give myself the oxygen mask, then how am I going to help others?
Your family. And that's the next thing I want to talk about is how busy your life is, because it's a little bit busy.
Yeah, it's a little hectic.
A little demanding.
I work
two
a whole
daughters.
lot. I have 2 daughters that are very busy and very active. And when you look at the calendar, I did the calendar a few weeks ago for April, May, and June. I try not to go too far because it freaks me out. But just looking at May, it makes me a little short of breath. So like, okay, I need to go meditate. Corinne would say, this is when we meditate.
Don't look too far into the future.
Exactly. And what's so interesting about it is you think you don't have time for it, and then all of a sudden you start doing it and you realize you do have time. And it almost frees up time, because when I meditate, I don't spin so much. So I feel more grounded. I feel more effective. I feel like making decisions is easier.
Yeah.
And
perfect.
So I make up that time, and then I also love how I feel afterwards, because I feel like my day can start. I meditate every morning, first thing at 6 or 6:30, before work, before the kids, before everything. And when I don't do that, my days are really rotten. It's funny, because you don't realize what an impact it has. And when you meditate and you have all these thoughts in your head and you're thinking it's not working, it's working double.
It's working double.
Because the thoughts, you just have to let it go.
Yeah. You learn that, and ultimately, those thoughts that happen when you're meditating are there all the time. That's what you realize after you've been meditating for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Is that if you didn't sit down to meditate, you'd have even more thoughts in your head, but you become aware of the thoughts, which is key, because your mind is crazy all the time.
Yeah.
We have 85,000 thoughts in a day is the latest statistic of
at least.
At least.
It really is calming. It's very soothing. Even when you think it's not working and you think there's no way this meditation is actually working because I'm thinking of all these crazy things the whole time.
Yeah, it's not, but then it
really works.
Yeah. And that's what I say to my students, and you're living proof of that, is we don't meditate for the experience during meditation, we meditate for the benefits outside of meditation, and you're living proof of that.
It's very counterintuitive. It's not what you think. And
and I love you that when you say that too, that it's counterintuitive, because people, that's the first thing they say to me is, I'm too busy to meditate.
Yeah. Or I meditate and it doesn't work because I have all these thoughts. So it just doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big thing, because meditation is not about being completely silent. I guarantee you the Dalai Lama, Thich Nhat Hanh, Deepak Chopra, Prema Chodron, all these people that are amazing meditators, they have thoughts in meditation too. So meditation is not about not having thoughts, it's about accepting and allowing everything to be as it is, and allowing the thoughts, and eventually they do calm down, like the monkey mind that we always talk about.
Yes.
So the monkey mind. So the metaphor is we have a crazy monkey mind, because I live in India, and the monkeys, if you leave your door unlatched, they'll come and they'll actually destroy your entire house. The monkeys are busy, so we have a monkey mind. So if I tell you right now not to think of an orange,
you think of an
orange, and it gets bigger and bigger. And so and then the monkey, if you chain him to a tree, he'll actually gnaw his arm off to get away. So that's the same thing as the orange. However, then if you let the monkey play in the tree, he'll eventually take a nap. So if you let the mind play around, it'll eventually calm down.
It does eventually calm down.
It does.
Sometimes it's the very end of the meditation and you think, oh goodness, I don't know if this worked. But it does. It calms, and you have a few moments of that just peaceful, soothing. It's not really blankness. It's just a peace.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful.
really nice. It's awesome.
Yay. Thank you for being my star student.
Thank you. Thank you for teaching me.
Yes, you're welcome.